white balance, mic checks, anything? Sorry, this paper is a little crinkled. If you need white balance, here it is. Does everyone have their mics up here turned on? If anyone needs me to turn on a mic, just let me know. I think we. Does anyone see anyone that should be here that's not? I'm trying to. It's hard. KXAN, KVU, CBS, Fox, Statesman, New Zealand. Everyone. Okay, I think that's good. I'll check for stragglers one more time, but and we'll do mic check 1 2 3 4 5, mic check 1 2 3 4 5 6. Good. Okay, perfect. And I'll let the detective know, and we'll bring him in with the family shortly, okay?
miss the heat advisories? Don't we miss the heat advisories?
Well, we might not miss them for long.
Oh, I know. It's so true. Second summer, right?
I know. I was just starting to get hopeful too. You know, I guess we don't know yet. You know where we're going live tonight?
I think their meeting just started.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Please don't let it be 6:30.
I just think
Please.
we're sitting around for a whole long time.
Oh, and the 5 and 6:30 together, that's just the clincher.
It's the worst.
You stay back there? I mean, I sang a bit. Or over. What we ought to do in the future is just move this table out. Yeah. For all places, because it's always a little too tight. There's really no reason. That one we can.
Oh, no, it's okay. Do what you need to do.
I get my. Yeah, here we go.
Is everyone set up and ready to go? Katie, are you good?
Give us 30 seconds.
30 seconds? Okay. Here, I'll just wait for y'all.
Gotta set up on mic.
Oh, absolutely, totally fine. And I can do a mic check for you as well, mic ons.
Good. We're good.
You good? Mic check 1, 2, 3. You're good. You're good.
Yep.
Okay. Is your light bag? Do you need me to wait anymore, or do you want? I want to make sure you're all set up. I don't want to rush you once they start walking in.
Okay, perfect, yeah.
You're good?
Yep.
Okay. We'll bring the family in now. Thank you. That's everyone. Okay, awesome. All right, everybody, thank you so much for coming to today's press conference. We will be hearing first from Detective Patrick Reed. That's Patrick last name Reed, R-E-E-D. He's a detective with the homicide unit of the Austin Police Department. Following Detective Reed's statements, we will hear from the mother of Christian. That's Misty Moon, M-I-S-T-Y-M-O-O-N. And then we will have questions. We do ask that all questions are directed to Detective Reed and Detective Reed only. And as far as questions go, please raise your hand. I will call on you. I know I'll call for someone on deck. Please don't just say out your questions. We'll raise your hand and we'll get you called. And then after questions, we will do these statements in Spanish as well. So if you would like the Spanish statements, you're welcome to stay. And if not, then we can escort you out before then. And you have questions ahead of time from anyone? All right, Detective Reed.
Good morning. Everybody ready? Good morning. Thank you all for being here. Today we're going to discuss the case of Christian Rangel. On the morning of April 8th, 2024 at approximately 11:15 a.m., Christian Rangel left his Southwest Austin apartment on foot for the Walmart at 5017 West US 290. Christian never returned home and was reported missing later that night. Walmart surveillance footage showed Christian entering the front passenger seat of a white GMC Terrain at approximately 1:30 p.m. A short time later, that vehicle exits the parking lot at a high rate of speed, and surveillance video shows Christian attempting to exit the car. Throughout the investigation, we have determined the subject Christian met with in the parking lot of the Walmart is identified as a black female named Camry Wooldridge. On April 19th, 2024, at approximately 7 p.m., APD received a call about a deceased person in a field in the 5800 block of Spring Meadow Drive. The deceased person was positively identified as Christian. Detectives determined that Miss Wooldridge disposed of Christian's body in the field in the 5800 block of Spring Meadow Drive. And on May 14th, 2024, an arrest warrant was issued for Wooldridge, charging her with tampering with a human corpse, a second-degree felony. The Lone Star Fugitive Task Force arrested Wooldridge on June 4th, 2024, and she's currently out on bond on those charges. Though Wooldridge has been arrested and charged in this case, this is still an active and ongoing investigation. And we're here today with Christian's family to ask for the community's help and support in learning what happened to Christian in the moments between entering that vehicle with Wooldridge and when she discarded him in that greenbelt. I'd like to remind the community that Crime Stoppers is offering up to a $1,000 reward for any information in the case. You can call Austin Crime Stoppers at 512-472-8477, or you can submit your tip online at austincrimestoppers.org. You can and will remain anonymous. At this time, I'd like to bring up Christian's mother, Misty, to give a statement.
It is with devastation that we are here to speak about the tragic loss of Christian Rangel. He was our son, and he was a father, a brother, nephew, cousin, and friend who is deeply missed. It is a pain that words cannot adequately describe. But I stand before you today not only in grief, but in hope that justice will be served. Christian was only 24 years old when he was taken from us in an act of senseless violence. He has had his whole life ahead of him, a life filled with promise, love, and many dreams yet to be fulfilled. His smile would light up any room, and he had such compassion for everyone. He would be the first person to give his own shirt off his back for a stranger. family meant everything to him. And without him, ours will never be the same. We will never stop seeking justice for him. To anyone who is holding onto information, our family asks, from the depths of our broken heart, please come forward. In addition to the $1,000 offered by Crime Stoppers, the family is offering $9,000 more for information in Christian's case. Thank you.
Does anyone have any questions for Detective Reed? We can start with Angela.
Yes.
Were there any other suspects in the parking lot, or could Ms. Woolridge be eventually charged with murder?
So that's part of the ongoing investigation. Of course, with open cases and working with the DA's office as we gather evidence, that'll be a decision that we make together with the culmination of all the evidence that we have. So again, that's why we're here, to determine if there are others involved and what those circumstances were that led to Christian's death.
Do you have any evidence that they might have known each other or had a relationship, the two of them?
We know that they were acquaintances. They had met before, so they had prior meetings with each other.
What was that relationship? What can you tell us?
I won't go into the details about that right now. Just that they weren't strangers to each other.
Any indication on what the motive may have been for her dumping the body?
Not right now. Nothing that I can speak on.
What did Mr. Brown do for a living? Was he a student? Or
What did Christian do for a living?
was he a student?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Do we have any other further?
Yeah, were there any other witnesses in the parking lot, or was it just them two of them?
Well, there were several people in the parking lot that we could see on surveillance footage. We haven't identified any of those people, so hopefully things like this will encourage those people to come forward. Anybody that saw something, heard something, knows something, again, we're here asking that you come forward. Through Crime Stoppers now with the family, it's up to a $10,000 reward for information. So that leads to information in the case. So that's why we're here.
I'm sorry. I haven't covered this case before. Do we have that surveillance video we can share with people so that maybe somebody would see something and come forward from that day?
We can discuss that with PIO about what we can release as far as surveillance stills from that. So we can certainly look into that and make that available if it's appropriate.
We do have a press release as well. We'll be sending out right after this, and should we release more information, we'll send out a press release as well.
Do police believe that Woolridge assaulted Mr. Brown?
We have a lot of theories that we're working with right now. I don't want to speak on anything too specific at this point. Again, kind of circling back to that's why we're here, right? To generate information to help us kind of better understand what theories we may have or what little information we do have right now.
And were they the only two people in the car? And was Christian ever seen coming back out if he got into it?
We don't know if they were the only two people in the car. Again, part of what we're trying to find out. And as far as the video goes, no. From the moment that car arrives and Christian enters the car to the moment it leaves the parking lot, no one else ever enters or exits except Christian's attempt to exit as the car speeds out of the parking lot.
Can you say whether Christian owed money to Miss Woolridge?
I can't say, and even if that was information we had, I wouldn't be able to share it at this time.
You say he attempted to exit as it was, I think your words were speeding away. What was that situation like? What kind of paint the picture of that scene?
So, I mean, yeah, we have a distant surveillance footage kind of in the distance of the parking lot. And it just, as you see other vehicles, we've all been in Walmart parking lots, right? They're usually pretty busy, right? So you can kind of gauge speed based on other things happening in the parking lot. So it's pretty apparent that the vehicles is moving at a higher rate of speed than what would be appropriate for a parking lot setting. And as the vehicle exits, the front door opens and then quickly closes again. The door that the passenger side where Christian entered. Does that answer your question?
So it's moving at a higher rate of speed than it should be, and while it's moving at that high rate of speed, it looks like he's trying to jump
Correct.
out?
Correct.
Okay.
Do you have any further questions for Detective Reed?
I'm sorry, this probably repeated what you've been asked before and can't answer, but do you believe other suspects are involved?
I'm open to any and all theories right now, right? So that's part of why we're here seeking information.
Thank you. We will reset. If you do not want to stay for the Spanish portion, we can escort you back downstairs. If you would like to stay for Spanish, give us like 2 or 3 minutes while those two once we are able to. And if anyone in the family wants to sit down, you're more than welcome to. If you want to stay up, that's fine too.
Could we see the previous picture?
And again, we will be sending out a press release with this information as well. I don't think the pictures will be in there though, so.
Is there a way to get the pictures, so a nice quality for us to use?
Are you okay?
As long as the family's okay.
Yeah, Misty, are you okay if we send these pictures to the public? Okay, we will include that in the press release. Do you have access to that one? Please read over. On the SNL page. And if you're leaving, Ruby can meet you at the door over there. I was gonna see if we had my Spanish video.
No, I think now's probably because we're gonna so now. Or if you want to ask me.
My name's Jay. Sorry for the mistakes. I got a picture of you and you and you and you. Can I get their names for the photo caption? I got you, Misty. How are you, lady? You're his sister. How old are you? Mind if I get your name?
Joe Nicholas, Nicholas. Misty's father and Christian. And
Sorry for your loss.
Is everyone good for Spanish? We're good to reset here? Good? Would you like to say it? Okay, for Spanish, we will be having Detective Randy De Luna giving the Spanish remarks. He will be giving the statement that Detective Reed gave, and he will also be reading the statement in behalf of the family in Spanish. He will not be able to answer any questions in Spanish. It'll just be the statement. Detective De Luna, are you ready? Okay, perfect. And Randy De Luna is going to be R-A-N-D-Y, De Luna, D-E-L-U-N-A. And again, he is a detective with the homicide unit in the Austin Police Department.
Voy a hablar del caso de Christian Rangel. En el 8 de abril del 2024, aproximadamente a las 11:15 de la mañana, Christian Rangel salió de su apartamento en el suroeste de Austin, caminando hacia Walmart en el 5017 al oeste de la carretera 290. Christian nunca regresó a la casa y fue reportado como desaparecido esa noche. El video de vigilancia de Walmart muestra a Christian subiendo al asiento delantero de un vehículo GMC Terrain color blanco aproximadamente a las 1:30 de la tarde. Poco después el vehículo sale del estacionamiento a alta velocidad y el video de vigilancia muestra a Christian intentando salir del auto. A lo largo de la investigación, los detectives determinaron que Christian Rangel se encontró con una persona en el estacionamiento de Walmart. Esa persona y conductor era Camry Woolridge. El 19 de abril del 2024, aproximadamente a las 7 de la noche, APD recibió una llamada sobre una persona muerta en el terreno deshabitado en la cuadra 5800 de Spring Meadow Drive. La persona fallecida fue identificada como Christian. Los detectives determinaron que la señora Woolridge se deshizo del cuerpo de Christian en la cuadra 5800 de Spring Meadow Drive. El 14 de mayo de 2024 se consiguió una orden de arresto contra la señora Woolridge por manipulación de un cadáver humano, un crimen grave de segundo grado. El Lone Star Fugitive Task Force arrestó a Woolridge el 4 de junio 2024. Woolridge se encuentra actualmente en libertad bajo fianza por este crimen. Aunque Woolridge ha sido acusada y arrestada, la investigación sigue activa y en curso. Hoy estamos aquí con la familia de Christian para pedir la ayuda y el apoyo de la comunidad para saber qué pasó con Christian en los minutos antes de subir al vehículo con Woolridge y cuando él lo abandonó sin vida en un terreno. Queremos recordar a la comunidad que Crime Stoppers está ofreciendo hasta $1,000 por cualquier información de este caso. Llame a la línea de Crime Stoppers a 512-472-8477 o envíe su información visitando la página web de austincrimestoppers.org. Puede hacer de manera completamente anónimo. En este momento voy a leer algunos comentarios por la parte de la familia. Estamos aquí para hablar de la trágica pérdida de Christian Rangel. Él era nuestro hijo y era un padre, hermano, sobrino, primo y amigo que extrañamos profundamente. Es un dolor que las palabras no pueden describir fácilmente, pero hoy me presento ante ustedes. No solo con dolor, sino con la esperanza que se haga justicia. Christian solo tenía 24 años cuando un acto de violencia nos lo arrebató. Tenía toda la vida por delante, una vida llena de sueños por cumplir, de amor y mucho por hacer. Su sonrisa iluminaba cada lugar y sentía un gran respeto por todo el mundo. Era el primero en dar su camisa a un desconocido. La familia lo era todo para él, y sin él, nuestra familia nunca volverá a ser la misma. Nunca dejaremos de buscar justicia para él. A toda persona que tenga información, nuestra familia le ruega desde lo más profundo de su corazón que se ponga en contacto con la policía. Aparte de la cantidad que hasta $1,000 que ofrece como recompensa Crime Stoppers, Nuestra familia ha recaudado otros $9,000 por cualquier información que arresto al sospechoso o los sospechosos.
So we can dismiss the family. Thank you so much, everyone.
You said Randy De Luna?
Randy De Luna. Yeah, capital D, capital L. Yep. De Luna.
He's a detective on this case, or just a
No,
detective?
he's with the homicide unit, but he was just doing Spanish translations. Detective Reed is not in Spanish, so.
You'll send both
And we
pictures?
yeah, we'll send it. I'll add them to the press release, and I'll send that out within the next 10 minutes or so.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Of course, and we can help us coach you. Get back upstairs too.